Hey, what's up, guys? To Intuitive 717 here. I am back with another reading, okay? I'm going to dive right into a collective message for the twin flames, and I'm going to get the energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, okay? It's an exciting time for twins because I feel like you guys have waited a really long time to connect. We have the energy of empathy here coming through. What I'm feeling is like a lot of your divine masculines see you as so incredibly beautiful. I feel like you guys are feeling more at peace with one another and more at home with one another as well, okay? Because I really do feel like two people are getting the opportunity to know one another. And like you guys have been comfortable with the distance between you, and that is what is bringing in union energy now. I feel like your divine masculines are letting you know, like, I've always waited for you. Like, I've always waited on you. I will always wait for you. Okay, only you can make me feel abundant and fruitful. Something that's coming through with fruitful, as I said that as well, is like, as he's sitting from her at a distance like this, I do feel like a lot of your divine masculines are admiring you from afar. Like, even when they're with you, like, they watch you so intensely, divine feminine. And the way she's kind of sucking on the fruit here, it kind of tells me that you guys are so unbothered. Like, when it comes to just being with your divine masculines, it's like you've been on the journey with them maybe for so long that it's like all you really care about is just that inner peace, like getting along. But I feel like for them, they're just like, oh my goodness, they can't help but, I think, feel. Like, empathy tells me, like, feel. They can't help but feel a lot of you. Like, when they're with you, it feels really intense. Your energy feels really intense. I think the energy feels like really explosive because of empathy, because I think whatever shifts your divine masculine has gone through, especially for those of you who have had physical union, the reason, like, remember in my last reading, I talked about how many of them are feeling really guilty about misjudging you. The thing about physical union that I'm getting for a lot of you guys, like, they just made love, okay? And now they're just kind of sitting down to chill and have dinner. And I think that he's stumped over what he's feeling for her, like, after making love. And the reason I say that is because of the way she's sucking on the fruit. Like, she's using her thumb. It's just the symbolism in it tells me that, like, for those of you who have been seeing 717, or I don't know, it's this weird vibe, guys. It's like when you see 717, you know something big is coming. You may be very fixated on your twin flame journey, or just very focused on trying to do the inner work so that you can figure out what the hell all of this is about. I do feel like for those of you who have been very diligent when it comes to the spiritual work, really just trying to do life itself by the book, right? Like, even if it means, like, you got to give up stuff, you got to really, like, address some of your bad habits. Like, many of you are actually, like, humbling yourselves and cleaning up shop in your own life, and it's bringing in twin flame union for a lot of you, okay? Now, when twin flame union happens and you guys are seeing that 717, 1111 a lot, and you do have that physical union, that's really powerful, okay? And that's why a lot of the spell work and feeling under attack and having nightmares and bad dreams before you ever even connect with your twin in the physical, all of that is meant to, like, scare you off the journey or scare you off the path, right? That's why you see so many people try to understand the journey through tarot, and then they kind of get scared with the spiritual attacks and stuff like that happening. But when you're so solid in your truth, like, that's why they say the journey brings you back to self, right? Because when it brings you back to, like, your true twin flame will bring you back to God, because you can't survive the journey without source, okay? You can't survive the journey without connection to source, because you get so frustrated, you get so heartbroken, you get so desperate that, like, what the hell is happening to me? Like, no one can understand, that you go in search of something bigger, right? A lot of your masculines are at this place. You've already been through this journey. You calm and cool. You probably enjoyed the lovemaking. You probably like, oh goodness, like, finally some harvest energy there, right? I think we were talking about all of this harvest energy like months ago, where a lot of you would be experiencing this in 2025. If you guys go back in my readings, try to backtrack and check out October. In the yin and yang deck, harvest kept coming up, where I said many of you would be enjoying the fruits of your labor for a lot of the spiritual work. At the time, it seemed like, yeah, right, I don't even want to see my masculine's face, because you guys were in the depths or shadow work where it was like, screw you, you put me here, like, I don't even want to see you, right? But nonetheless, you know, unfortunately, I don't know, you happen to attract them back into your life. And I feel like now that they're absorbing your energy, or what I was getting to say is, when all of this union energy and coming back to one another happens, the reason a lot of your divine masculines just kind of sit there in awe and they have so much regret and misjudgment, like I was about to tell you guys in the other reading before I went off on a whole tangent, is that like when they're with you physically, okay, they experience so much more and they get to know the truth of who you are, okay? Because they start mirroring some of your ways. After being with you or connected with you or just being around you for a while, they just find themselves being a better person in life, okay? They find themselves seeing the world brighter, like really stepping into that sun energy, their divine masculine energy, okay? And that, like, you have to be in a good mood. You can't be tired. You can't be smoking and drinking all the time, bad company, like sitting around on the couch all day like a freaking couch potato, and be a divine masculine. Then you're getting no shit done. You're not affecting the collective. You're not leaving your mark on the world. But when they mingle with the divine feminine, they can't sit around. They can't sit still. They can't be a couch potato. Sometimes they can't even like drink or like, many of them will shy away from doing drugs and stuff like that. A, because the divine feminine's enough of a drug. And B, like they just can't connect to you in that state of mind, because many of you, when you start ascending, you yourself are guided to give up all of those things. That's why they see you as such a squeaky clean, kind of shiny, bright energy, right? And many of you as well in the divine feminine energy, you will basically pull all of these bad habits out of your masculine by embodying it first and then conquering it, okay? They've observed this themselves and they've seen you do that. So now by being physical with you, exchanging such deep, intimate energy with you, they feel a lot of what you've gone through on the journey, and they feel a lot of what you've experienced on the journey, because I feel like they're at a point now where many of them are experiencing it themselves. So they're actually humbled by the twin flame experience. Like many of them who may be connecting to you now in the physical where communication is happening, they're not about to let you out of their sight, like ever again, okay? Because there's some kind of understanding here, empathy. They feel what you feel. They went through what you went through. Okay, some kind of separation might have happened, and the thing about the separation that happened was that like you guys were used to separating and coming back and separating and coming back, and there was a knowing that many of your divine masculines carried with them. It's almost like this arrogance that you would always come back. And then one day what ended up happening was this. Okay, so this, and then this is the masculine, and they were like this. And then the feminine just stayed, and you might have even done this, which caused them to do this, and you to do this, and so on, right? So because of that soul shock, that epiphany, that abandonment, like, oh my God, like I was so sure that you were never gonna leave. You were always supposed to be there. You're always supposed to text me back. Like even if we go through separation and I'm the one who initiated separation, and I don't talk to you for months, I could go off with my karmic, do whatever. I'm supposed to text you, and you're supposed to text me back. You're supposed to return my call. But many of you reach that place on your journey where, you really understood, like you had to really look at the empathy that you had for your divine masculine, but also like have empathy for yourself. How many times were you going to go through cycles of, reciprocation being unbalanced between two people, right? Many of you had to be resilient and pour into your own cup and see your value. And you did rise to the occasion and do that, right? A lot of the times it's a very difficult energy to fight through because no one affects you more than your counterpart, but you did that. And that's why they're so in awe of you, divine feminine, because I think they're just at a place now where they've humbled themselves. Like, I think that you guys are just here carefree, and you have no idea how intense they feel for you. Okay, and I think that while you guys are carefree, it's not like while you guys are in this carefree energy, for them, it's just not the same as it used to be. Like you used to just be like there, you know what I mean? Even energetically, like you would just be there. And now that they're communicating with you again, it's like as fast as communication happens, you're off and you're gone again. But the thing is that you're not gone in a way where like you're ghosting them. You're just gone in a way where you're just like, I got shit to do. And they're like, but I want you to stay. I don't want you to go. Right? Or they may want you to be in that energy of just wanting them to stay and not wanting them to go. And they like it, and then it's like as soon as they're gone, you're just back to doing your own thing. And they're just like, man, the energy is really, really shifted here. You would usually be holding on. But sometimes holding on can be more painful than letting go. And that's what I feel like you guys did. And now that you're in this beautiful, sorry guys, now that you're in this beautiful kind of free energy, it's allowing your divine masculines to see like the intensity of the journey. It's also allowing you guys as well to get a kind of like a glimpse of how your divine masculine felt on the journey as well, just being so heavily desired by you, like this calm, kind of cool, confident energy of being able to take on the world and be creative in every way. Now they're in this energy of like chasing after you, like really trying to get you to understand the depths of how they feel. And many of you are like, dude, don't you think I know? Like, I've been through the whole twin flame awakening. Okay, you're late to the party, have fun. You know, so now they're in this place of just like, you know, like, why aren't you feeling the intensity of this? And many of you are like, you know, I've just been able to balance it and control it. So that's where they are, guys. It's like, you know, trying to have empathy for themselves, hoping that you will have empathy and maybe patience for them, because now they're at a place where it's like they really have to try now to control and balance their energy. I think one of the major things that are coming up for the collective of divine masculines, and I'll get some advice for them from the guides of the hidden realms. Like, one thing I find coming up with this energy of like connecting to the divine feminine, and I have been bringing it up in readings, is like this tower moment of like, I don't want anybody to have you. Like, I really don't want anybody to have you. And they don't like the way that you're being so nonchalant. Like, you're just not worried. Like, why aren't you intense about this anymore? And you're like, I am. I just figured out how to balance it. And now they're craving that balance. What did you do? How did you do it? I'm telling you guys, this masculine, they're not letting you out of their sight for nothing. They don't care. That's why I think like some of the past few readings also touched upon like standing up to those who have been getting in their way of connecting with you even deeper, because they know their truth now. Like, they can feel it. That's what empathy is all about. It's not about seeing things at a distance and watching you on social media and trying to figure you out by painting a picture, you know, no, the universe is like, no, we're going to put these two in the same room, and we're going to let this divine masculine see exactly who this divine feminine is. And you could be a karmic wife, you could be a karmic husband, you could be mother, you could be father, you could be sister, you could be brother, you could be cousin, you could be best friend. Okay? Doesn't matter. The universe is like, you guys are not in control of this twin flame journey. The universe is. And since it represents great love, I am going to put these two in the same room together so that this divine masculine can feel this divine feminine's essence. And now that they've felt it, they're just like, oh my goodness. Okay, there's nothing in the world that's going to keep them away from you. Okay? So let's get some guidance for the divine masculines as they move through, I want to say like jealousy and possessiveness, because I do feel like it is distracting for many of them that really need to focus on like the creative energy, because they're feeling a lot of sexual energy, but with the sexual energy, like, they just want to bone you, divine feminine, is that's the only way I can put it. Okay, they may not come out and like say it like that, but they may just be fantasizing about it a lot. Some of the darker energy could be like a lot of jealousy and possession, where it's like, who are you talking to? Are you with anybody? If many of you as well, like if you have close relationships to other like men in your life, for example, like you could be separated, divorced, but maybe you still have a very amicable relationship with your spouse. Gosh, that is really, really getting to them right now. They thought they let it go. They thought they let these triggers go. Right? You guys might have went through some kind of separation. They thought they were good, right? They thought they were good with just letting you go. They were going to go off with this karmic who was either younger than you, you know, had more money than you, were a better fit for mom and dad to approve of, like all of these things, okay? And now all of that means absolutely nothing, because the universe made sure that you were the star, divine feminine. That's why a lot of you have been blessed with so much abundance coming out of nowhere. And the universe is making sure of it, because I've been telling you guys in these readings, divine feminines, it is your birthright to enjoy the Empress energy in this incarnation. Okay? Why? Because we're in an age of, the Hindus like to call it Kali Yuga, okay? And that is basically like the age of illusion, the age of darkness, okay? So when the divine feminines step in, like, we are not afraid of the darkness. We dance with the darkness, okay? We can't be deceived. There's no illusions. We're just like, okay, like, can I help you? So that's why when many of you show up, your divine masculines, you know, they're used to ruling this kingdom of darkness, and you show up there and you're like, oh shoot, I should have worn my black dress. I didn't realize everybody was going to be wearing black. Should I change? And then you come back in that black dress, girl, and it was like, she shut down the party. The party done. Oh goodness, the party done. Yes, the party done. And that's what's up, Divine Feminine. Okay, let's get to it. Divine Masculines, as you struggle with possession and jealousy, what do your guides want you to know? Right, juicy and ready. Oh gosh. The universe is having no mercy on this man, I could tell you that. No mercy on this man. She ripe, she ready, and she juicy. Guys, I can't even make it up. I showed it to you guys. Oh my god. I'm blushing. Okay, let me plug in my laptop before it dies. Lord have mercy. Oh, okay, let's hear it, guys. Okay, poised for success, potential waiting to be realized. This is the sexual energy I've been bringing up and I've been talking about. So if you guys go back, I shared a reading with the magician energy, and I talked a lot about the masculines not really knowing what to do with a lot of the sexual energy. So what they're going to have to try to do is to really purge it, okay? Many of them see you as ripe, juicy, and ready. And this is what I've been talking about, where it's like, you know, look at the plum she's sucking on. Okay, I'm sure that plum is ripe, juicy, and ready. They see you as the apple of their eye. I shared that song Synchronicity, didn't I? You are the sunshine of my life. You are the apple of my eye. Ripe, juicy, and ready. Okay, that's how... Oh, whoops, sorry, guys. Whoopsie daisy. Didn't realize the camera turned around like that. But yeah, that's what they basically see you as, is the apple of their eye, the sunshine of their life. Like they are not going to let you out of their sight. But what the universe is saying to them is like, okay, there is a lot of the sensual energy here, but it's potential waiting for you to be... for its potential waiting to be realized. So all of that possessive energy, that jealous energy, I feel like for the divine masculines, it's going to have to be worked out through like physical activity. A lot of them too, like they could be exhausted, guys. They do need a lot of healing as well. And I feel like they are getting that healing now by being on the same page with the divine feminine. Okay. Because many of you are just calm, cool, and collected. You're just like, hello, friend. There is no resentment now between you guys, which I also have talked about that being resolved. Because karmic energies can't stand in the way anymore, right? And so when you see your divine masculine in love, even if it's at a distance, they become invincible. Okay, so right now, the main lesson for many of them is, yes, you may be at a distance. Yes, you may be just nonchalant. And yes, there are possibly other suitors there that are trying to get your attention. But I mean, I do feel like it's because you're ripe, juicy, and ready, divine feminine. Like that's fueling them. The sensual energy, the passion, everything that they feel for you, all of that energy, okay? You're also building trust as well by remaining steady. A lot of you too in the divine feminine energy, you're not playing games with your divine masculine. You may have been tempted to in the past, tit for tat kind of stuff, but I feel like you guys have empathy for them now. Like you know them so well that it's like, a lot of you are not going to trigger them. You could if you damn well wanted to, divine feminines, okay? Especially because tables have turned. That's why he's sitting at the table there in the background, okay? They know the tables have turned. The difference is, though, with the divine feminine, while you are in this ripe, juicy energy, you're not going to do anything to trigger them. I mean, the most that you're doing that's probably triggering them anyway is just laying low, okay? You're just kind of silent, laying low. Nobody am minding your business, and you're not letting anybody mind your business. That's driving them insane a little bit, but I do feel like you're not outwardly trying to trigger them, or you're keeping your business on the hush hush, and as you damn well should, okay? As somebody grown and doing things for themselves, independent, you know, as you should. Nobody needs to mind your own business, including this divine masculine. Okay, they have any questions for you? I don't know. You don't need to know. Okay, and many of you are really, really confident now to be able to carry yourselves in that energy. Okay, but the biggest advice from them right now is to like take that energy, that sexual energy, maybe it even is jealousy, possession. They just want you to themselves, basically, okay? The universe is saying like, you know, take it and do something productive with it, okay? Right now is a time of using that creativity for success. Okay, divine masculines. So that is the reading for today, guys. Sorry it kind of rambled on a little bit longer there than usual, but I hope you guys have enjoyed. All right, if you guys want to get deeper into the readings with me, do a personal session, check out my bio over at hipsy.com. All of the links are there. Oh, sorry guys, I am getting alerts like crazy. Let's turn that off. And if you guys do want to check out the membership I always do that, I'm sorry. If you guys want to check out the membership section, I feel like I want to spit out the word sex. The membership section, you can go ahead and do so, because they actually, speaking of sex, have more of the 18 plus sensual readings on there that might just kind of go hand in hand with one like this. That's, again, juicy for you guys to listen to that, may resonate with this as well. All right, check out the memberships. Check me out on Hipsy. If I'm not hanging out here on YouTube, I'm definitely over there for you guys to get updates, okay? All right, take it easy, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.